Welcome, my peace, my peoples. It's Mary Jane. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. So let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about Xscape. They was on Good Morning America, I believe. They was on Good Morning America, and they did a great, wonderful job. It sounds great. Only thing is, I don't know if my ears are bad or what, but it just really did not sound like Candy sounded good at all. It didn't sound like she, sound good. I don't know if it was her microphone. I don't know if she was a little hoarse. I just don't know, but maybe I'm off because um I just didn't think she sound okay in the first beginning of the set of the song, but I think ending of the song, the middle part of the song, she did sound like I normally hear her sound. But I don't know if I'm mixing how I heard her back then on the music I listened to back then to what I see now live. So there could be some type of error. Could be something wrong, but Tiny did an excellent job. She did wonderful. They sound good together. And actually, the best dress for me that looked so magnificent was Tasha. Tasha gave us life with her outfit. Like the way it was presented on her body. She even looked taller. She looked slimmer. I mean, she looked dead on. And Candy outfit, her shorts, and the way she filled out the outfit was just beautiful. She looked nice as well. Tamika, only thing I didn't like was she had one long leg and one short leg. I wasn't feeling that, and I didn't like the gel down bang. I don't know if it was gel down or not, but I know that style was very popular in the 90s, so that could be why she wore that style. And Tiny, she looked good, and Tiny did an excellent job. And so I just hope that, they get more camaraderie, camaraderie among each other, and they're able to work their differences out and able to forgive each other, even do a little bit of counseling session therapy among the group, just work it out together, and people can see like this dynamite group from back in the 90s hit the streets in 2017 and 2018 and just tear it up, maybe even make some new music to show and give other groups that have went through the same type of drama, or they broke up because of money, they broke up because of this, things that are really not that important, that they can get back together and be successful. And we can have an old school tour of all females, you know what I'm saying? That would be awesome. And so I just hope that everything works out with them, that they all show that sisterly love. And then they all have kids, they all married. And that is actually like a good look to see this from young African American women, or women that are melanated, and actually from the 90s and the 2017s are tearing up the charts, tearing up the streets, tearing up these entertainment streets with the music, and actually doing their show as well. And so let's talk about Jennifer Hudson. So supposedly on Radar Online that Jennifer Hudson and David Otanga are going to be continue their custody battle, basically over their son. And David Ortega with Ortanga, he was actually awarded, visitation, having like 2 or 3 days with his son for Thanksgiving and everything like that. But sources have reported to Radar Online that their son is begging to stay with their father, that he's begging to be with his father, and he wants to be with his father. And that kind of is understandable, because he is the primary, caregiver of their child, because Jennifer Hudson's out there making bread, making a living, so they can have a comfortable life, they can have a good life where he doesn't have to work. But we know David does work, because he works with WWE as a wrestler and as an announcer. Another thing I wanted to bring up, when Jennifer Hudson said that David was kind of violent towards her, aggressive, whether it was true or not. And also she said he possibly threatened her with a gun because he left a fake gun on the countertop. Could he possibly have just a little bit of rage? Because I don't know if he used steroids or not. So if he is using steroids, and I know the WWE doesn't test for it, they want you to look big. They're not like baseball, football, or basketball with these steroid things, because we have known a lot of people that was in wrestling that committed suicide, and did things like that, because they were under the influence of the steroids, and how it makes them unbalanced. So we'll see what happens with that situation. Just hopefully Jennifer Hudson didn't set David up to get out the house. So, but it also says that, Jennifer Hudson is very busy because she's doing a show in the UK, and she's also doing The Voice. So she hasn't really been in Chicago lately. So I don't know. You tell me what you think. Who do you think should they have 50-50 custody, or should he have, most of the custody because Jennifer Hudson is busy, but doesn't mean that she's going to be busy all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week. So we'll see how this story plays out with them. Wow, they just never got married after 10 years. How many years they were together? They never got married, and now they're having like a nasty, custody battle, and a nasty little, like, but David hasn't really said anything nasty, really, terrible about Jennifer Hudson, but she has thrown the mud. She has shown her hand and thrown mud first, and she had the cops come to the house and escort him out at 6 o'clock p.m. while he was in the house chilling. Imagine that. Imagine you be in your house and the cops come get you. So let's talk about Ray J, Moniece, and let's talk about Princess. So what do you guys think about the situation? It was reported like probably in the summertime that Brandy was pregnant, but Brandy said she wasn't pregnant, and she said that, she just ate, and, she was just bloated or whatever. So people were saying that she's carrying the baby for Princess. So how does that work? So is Ray J sperm, you know, entered into Brandy, and Princess eggs are entered into Brandy? That's kind of weird, right? Having your brother's baby. Ooh, ooh. And then on top of that, maybe they use somebody else's sperm and they use Princess eggs. I don't know, but this is what Moniece is saying about Brandy doing this, because Brandy does have an issue with, Moniece does have an issue with Brandy because Brandy supposedly tell her brother not to take his medication. She gets him high. She gets him intoxicated. This is all allegedly. I don't know if it's true or not. When her brother disappeared, like in the summertime, Moniece was stating that it's because of Brandy and the things that she say to him, and how she brings, weed and alcohol around him. So if she's bringing weed and alcohol around him, then that means she wasn't pregnant, because is she getting high? Is she smoking weed and drinking while she's pregnant? She also has kids around, so I don't know if that is actually factual. I think Moniece could probably just be getting at Ray J and Princess, because she used to be cool with Ray J, but they ain't cool no more. And so Ray J made the announcement that him and Princess are having a baby, and then we get the negative, response from, Brandy, and her brother kind of like jumped in it as well. Princess had to post a photo showing her baby bump to prove to people that she is pregnant. So what is your take on it? I don't know. I just hope, Ray J was able to use his sperm, and Princess was able to use her eggs, and was able to get pregnant. But if they use Brandy, that's fine. They're keeping it in the family. And they probably, if it is true, because it's allegedly, if it is true, they probably want the baby to believe that his mother and his father is Princess and Ray J. And so that's probably could be the reason why they want to keep it privately, because they want to raise the child that way. I don't know how that is going to work out, because, people get drunk, people get high, and they end up slipping at the tongue. Loose lips sink shits. So we'll see how that situation plays out. But I congratulate Ray J and Princess on having a child together, and, doing it the right way. But there's really no wrong way. But, they got married first, and, they was together for a while, made money together, and then, here comes the baby. And so you guys tell me what you think about that situation. You think Moniece is just begging for attention? She's going off the rockers this time? Or basically she's just telling the truth? Because sometimes there are people on the inside that know the truth, but people don't believe that they are telling the truth, because they believe they're mentally disturbed and mentally ill. But there are some people that are mentally ill and or mentally disturbed that can tell you what they see, can tell you what's going on, and tell you the truth, but nobody really believes what they say because of their previous behavior. So everybody takes it with a grain of salt when they say anything. But whatever the case may be, they're bringing a life in the world, and they're married, and they're trying to make it happen, they're trying to make it work. And then we get to Lavar. People are really upset with him. A lot of people are upset with him because they believe that he should apologize to Trump. You know what I'm saying? But what was the most funniest thing is when, his son got back from China or whatever, and they was doing a conference, and his summary goes, "Yes, I stole the stuff from China. I'm sorry from stealing from China." I was like, "Yo, who is his publicist? Who is there for him? He shouldn't just start off his sentence like, 'Yes, I stole from China.'" I was like, "Yo, I laughed. I ain't gonna even lie. I was laughing." And so we have that situation, and basically he did apologize to Trump, but Lavar Ball does not want to apologize to Trump at all, and he's going on a tour too as well. Just like Trump is saying that he needs an apology. Well, when you let somebody cross the street or you open a door, and things, thank him. They want Lavar Ball to thank Trump. But when you let somebody cross the street, you let a car go, do you wait for a thank you? Do you want to thank you? When you let somebody cut in line, do you want to thank you? When you help somebody out, do you want to thank you? Because when you do something, you're supposed to do it from the kindness of your heart and not not want to receive any gratitude, or have somebody worship you, or somebody be have to praise you for what you did. Because when you do something, you do it from the kindness of your heart because you want to do it. You don't need no accolades from anybody. You just do it. If Trump felt like he wanted to help Lavar Ball's son get out of jail and his friends get out of jail from China and all this other stuff, he should do it because he wants to do it, because he feel like it's the right thing to do. He shouldn't have to put some stipulations on a situation where now you owe me a thank you. No, you know what, Trump, you owe the women that you grab their vaginas, you owe them a thank you. You owe immigrants a thank you, like destroying, like having refuge here in the United States, the Haitians coming over and all this other stuff. You closing the doors, you're not letting people back in. You owe them a thank you. I mean, you owe them an apology, so you apologize to them first. And then on top of that, it seems like one thing I do like about LeVar Ball is that, he's a black man, number one. And then number two, he doesn't feel like he has to bow down to, the president. He doesn't feel like he has to be, say, "Yes, master. Yes, master. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you so much, master." When the master is going to call you the N-word, going to treat you like dirt, treat your people like dirt, make sure your people are down, make sure there's a lot of things that don't come to your people, especially, people that are immigrants as well, and cut off a lot of, health care, raise the taxes, throw people off of Social Security and things like that. So, and we have this war that we could possibly be going through, and this is what you say, "Oh, I want him to say thank you to me." And LeVar Ball had a point, because he doesn't know exactly what Trump said to China. He has no idea if he even actually talked to them, because we know Trump is a liar, so we know we can't believe what he says as well. So it's just like, whatever. And so LeVar Ball is like, I just personal friends that I thank personally, and because I know exactly what they did, because I have friends too. I'm just not a nobody, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like he's forcing him and trying to engage him to apologize to me because I'm your master. No, you ain't my master. And then on top of that, I heard that it was a lot of other people that helped out, LeVar Ball's son get out of China, and it had nothing to do with Trump. In my opinion, maybe Trump said something, who knows? But I do know there's some people that are American that went to China and committed some crimes and never came back. They never seen the light of day at all. So his son is over here now, so why say thank you, I'm saying, why say it? Like, especially when you're demanding me to say it. And also when LeVar Ball says that, "Hey, listen, if you would have put my son on that jet with you or whatever, then I would say thank you." And who knows if they were going to get 3 years, 10 years, who knows what time they were going to receive. But we know their punishment is very different than United States punishment. But who knows, because we have black men that are innocent that are sentenced to jail, sentenced to prison, sentenced to death row. We have so many black males that were, received a death penalty that was, innocent, and also suffered from was mentally disabled in their mind, mentally unfit to stand trial, but they were sentenced to death row, especially in Florida and Texas, especially when the Bushes was, involved. So, I feel LeVar Ball not saying thank you. That's just my take on it. I know some people say it's political better to do that. You don't burn bridges or whatever. But what bridge? What is Trump ever going to do for Lavar and his sons? And you know what? Sometimes people say that, but you know what? Maybe I don't need that bridge. Maybe I don't need that hand. I didn't actually do it. You volunteered, and that's the thing. He volunteered to do it. And I guess he thought he was going to get some accolades from the black community. Maybe he did get some from the black community. He didn't get it from me. And I'm just glad that, that Lavar Ball stood up and said, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not. I mean, not apologize. I'm not going to say thank you. I didn't ask you to do anything. You did it because you wanted to do it. You did it because you was going to get attention for it. You did it because it's going to take some shine off for hope you probably get an impeach or investigation that's going on in your office, so you can get on Twitter and you can tweet. So I understand where he's coming from, so it's all good. And then let's talk about, Cameron and Mace. So I did hear the Mace track, and I gotta say, Mace dissed the crap out of Cameron. But basically it seemed like it was publicity, because now we're hearing stories that, they wanted to do this long time ago, started like a fake beef and all this other stuff, get attention, because Cameron just dropped that Dipset album. Dipset just came back together, and Mace is going back to preaching, I guess. So the memes were funny that Cameron did and all that other stuff, but on wax, Mace, the Oracle, he did it. He won, in my opinion. So anyways, just guys, tell me how you feel. Tell me your thoughts on the story. Tell me what you like and tell me what you didn't like. Peace. I'm out. One love to all my peeps and my peoples.